What's going on, everybody? This is Dominic from the Primetime Treasure YouTube channel. I want to talk to you about a topic that's really important, which is avoiding burnout on eBay and increasing your profitability. Now, I came up with this topic because someone had posted recently on a Facebook group that they had 145 items that were listed with the average price of $8.99 per item. And the person was getting burnt out and struggling with making sales. Now, if your average item that you have up is $8.99, it tells me that you're not selling items that have a lot of value. It also tells me that you're going to be investing a lot of time and effort into your items to turn a profit. So if you have an item that costs the buyer $8.99, then you're even if it ships out lightest possible way, first class, you're looking at $2.60, $2.70, and as it goes up in ounces, $3, $4 to ship it. So let's just say on average, $3 to ship it. If it's a first class light item, $8.99, so 9 minus 3, 6. Then you've got the PayPal fees and you've got the eBay fees. So let's say you're making about $5 per item. So to get to $100 net, you're going to have to sell 20 of those items. Now, those types of things tend to be t-shirts, for example, that someone has a price on for like $8.99, $9.99. So if you want to do that and you want to keep selling things like t-shirts all day for $8.99, $9.99, and it works for you, go ahead and do that. That's fine. I'm not here to talk about that particular individual has a system in place and has a lot of employees and they're really turning over tons of volume and have the support staff to do that. But if you're like most eBayers and you're doing it by yourself, this is not the way to go. You're going to burn out really fast and you're going to stop doing eBay because it's not going to be fun. It's going to be boring and it's going to be monotonous. So let me give you an example of a situation for me tonight, okay? Now, I had a busy day, not doing eBay, but doing other things. eBay was still something I was doing, but I have 2 items right here, 2 items, okay? These 2 items are $103 gross. They each only cost about $3 to $4 to ship, okay? This one right here is a honey brown beer tap that's sold for $23, and this is a set of 11 comic books that's sold for $80, okay? So what would you rather do? Would you rather ship out these 2 items, which by the way didn't take long to pack and put up together, okay? 2 items for $103, or do you want to invest the time and energy to sell 20 t-shirts or similar items like that to get up to that $100? Obviously, you'd rather take the 2 items. Now, how do you do that? Okay, well, one of the things that you need to do is you need to start thinking about diversifying your inventory. It's fine to specialize in one particular area. That's okay. I mean, as you know, if you come and watch this channel, one of the things I specialize is comic books. That was one of the sales I made, is comic books, but that's not all that I sell. If you look at the Primetime Treasure eBay store, the link is down below in the description section. Take a look at the diversity of items and all the different categories that I have. Okay, and these are things that I don't personally necessarily have an interest in. I don't personally have an interest in beer taps, but I know that there are collectors of beer taps who are willing to pay a lot of money for them. I just sold another one recently for $45 or so, okay? So you have to find things that people are willing to pay money for, things that people attribute some sort of significant value to. So it could be anything. It could be military items. You could sell military hats. You could sell printing ink. I have a separate video on why you need to consider selling printing ink and the good amount of money that could come out of that. You could sell embossed bottles, okay? And you make a nice profit on these bottles. I just talked about that in one of the most recent videos. You could get action figures like Star Wars. See them at garage sales all the time. This is the Dewback and a Stormtrooper. Pick it up. It's worth, these things could be worth significant money. They could be plush stuffed animals like an old vintage Pink Panther. okay? Doesn't matter. You don't necessarily have to have an attachment to it, and that's an area where people on eBay make a mistake. They only want to sell things that they like, that they're interested in. If you do that, it's going to limit you. So expand out your horizons, expand your universe of the things that you're willing to get into and sell. It could be areas that you're just don't even have really a comfort level in yet. So for example, for me, last year, one of the areas that I got into was clothes. Clothes was something that I had only sold based on, items that were kind of laying around the house, that I didn't need anymore, and so I just put them up on eBay. But last year was the first time that I really actually actively went out to search for clothes and actually put them up to resell them. And I'm glad that I did that because I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about brands. I've done a lot of research on those. As I mentioned before, I learned a lot from watching videos from Rockstar Flipper, watching videos from Steve Rakin over at Rakin Profits. Check their channels out. Check other sellers out that specialize in a certain niche, and pick up little tips. Jot them down on your phone. This way, when you're out at the estate sale, you're out at the garage sale, you're out at the rummage sale, you know to pick up those particular items. Now, one other things I want to mention is what I'm saying does not mean that you cannot have items in your store that sell for $9.99. You can. Those are considered, they're bread and butter items. So if you look at my store, I have those things up at the Primetime Treasure eBay store. I have $9.99 items, $8.99 items, $11.99, $10.50, those sorts of things. You're going to have those things. You can't have every item be an $80 item, okay? Well, maybe you can in certain niche areas, but for the average person, you're gonna have some items that are, lower cost items built in, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, because, people who shop your store want to see a diversity in terms of cost. So they, not everyone who's going to come to your store is going to want to fork over $80 for something. They want to get something a little less expensive. So it's good to have that so you can cater to different audiences. But you want to make sure that all your items are not like that. So you want to diversify. You want to have different items, different classes, different areas, different price ranges. And you want to make sure that you have some items in there that are more expensive, because what happens is when you make this $80 sale and that comes across on your eBay notification and you made that sale, that's going to motivate you to keep going and want to get other items that are of similar value. It's going to make you continue to push forwards. It's positive reinforcement. That's one of the things you want. Now, in terms of, how do you find the items that are worth more money? There's different things that you could do. Like I said, one thing is to go to other YouTube channels and look at some of the Be on the Lookout videos, the Bolo videos. I just did one, for example, recently on Jack Daniels and Jack Daniels items and how much money you can make on those particular things. But just go to different areas, different YouTube channels. You can learn a lot of information from that. Another way you can learn is just from eBay itself. If you go over to your My eBay section, there's a tab all the way over to the right that says Growth. Click that, and underneath it, click Sourcing Guidance. Now, again, I don't care what it is you're interested in. Most people are on eBay like to sell clothes, electronics. So you could actually go on this growth area, go to Sourcing Guidance, and you could click on a particular topic that's of interest to you. So maybe, for example, it's motor oil cans or motor oil, or maybe it's t-shirts or women's shoes. Doesn't matter. You could search by all these different categories and it will provide you information on what are the top selling brands recently. It'll show you trend data, and it's all free. It's right there for you. So then you jot that down and hey, guess what? Now when I go out, I'm going to make sure I have these brands jotted down so that when I see them, I pick them up. Maybe you wouldn't have thought, hey, this particular brand is selling for a lot of money. I didn't really realize that there's a hot market on that for eBay. So, you'll be surprised at things that you'll learn that way. So that's a good way to do it. The other thing, is if you do your research on the items that you're looking for when you're at the actual sale site. That could really help you too in terms of figuring out, is this something that's, has more significant value than not. So make sure you have your, take your phone with you and have your eBay app ready. go to the eBay app, search the completed solds when you're actually at the place. Don't worry about that. Don't be ashamed of doing that. It's okay. People are doing it all the time. It's kind of commonplace at this point. And look up your item. So for example, you had this printing ink. It's HP 933XL yellow. Type it in. Look what it's sold for. Look what someone's selling it for now. That will give you a sense. Is this something that's of significant value? Is it more than a $9.99 item? More than an $8.99 item? Pick it up. Also, another thing you could do on eBay is just go to the completed solds and just search by category and look what are the most expensive things that have sold in this particular category, and take notes. You know, have a little source sheet ready for yourself. So bottom line, guys and girls, make sure that you're diversifying in many different ways in terms of the different areas of different items that you're purchasing, different categories. And also diversify in terms of where you're doing your research, so that you go to all different types of sources to get a good sense of value. And then you'll have a working knowledge of it in your head. You won't always have to refer to your sheet, but you'll have it there as a backup if you need it, okay? So I hope that this helps you. If you start diversifying more, and if this video helps break you out of a certain box that you're in, get out of that box. Go to different areas. Get different items, go to different categories, pick one category for next month whenever you watch this video that's something you've never done before, and start learning about something new, okay? If you find something helpful in that category and you make a sale, drop a comment down below. Let me know that that was helpful. That means a great deal to me. I hope that I can help people with this. And if you have tips that you feel that can help others to avoid burnout on eBay or any other selling network online, doesn't matter if it's Etsy, Poshmark, Mercari, whatever, drop it down below. Let us hear your thoughts. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure that you subscribe to the Primetime Treasure YouTube channel. That would really help me out. Trying to get that subscriber count up, and it tells me that you're really enjoying the videos that you see here and that you want to see more of them. Plus, it will help give you notifications whenever I put up a new video. So with that, make sure that you have a great rest of the weekend, or a great rest of the week. Whenever it is that you see this, come back, check out more videos, and also make sure that you look at some of the other existing videos that I have down below. See you later, everybody. Take care.